All right, all right. So again, this is Let's Just Talk Fitness with the private Facebook group. We are here with Giselle and Andy, and we're going to be talking about body dysmorphia today. It's going to be a pretty short but also deep topic because a lot of people don't want to talk about it. But we're just now going into the introduction of who each other are. They pretty much know me. Y'all know me if you've been following my channel, but now we're going to zoom in on Giselle and Andy and see who they are. So we start with Giselle. Giselle, go right ahead.
Okay, so you want me to explain what I do, right? What I'm doing right now?
Yeah, just a little bit about you.
Okay. Well, 22 years old. I live in the Inland Empire, California. I'm training in the Inland Empire, California. I do like one-on-one sessions or so yeah, I've been training since June, so about 3 months now, which has been exciting. It's been exciting. I love it. It's been my passion for a long time, so I'm just finally happy to be doing it. I just graduated in May as well, so I have a bachelor's degree in kinesiology, so that's another big like accomplishment that has recently happened too. And yeah, I'm just looking forward to training more and helping out like as many people as I can, whether it's like through training or even like content creation as well. Like I try to create content, but yeah.
Love it. And so you're just to summarize it, you're a personal trainer.
Yes, sorry. Yeah.
No. I just want to make sure because when people see this, they may want to reach out. So I just want to make sure.
Yeah. Personal trainer. Yeah.
All right. Andy, let's go ahead with you.
All right. Hello. I live in Silver Spring, Maryland. I am working in the emergency room, and I'm actually also working on getting my personal trainer certification. I have been training a couple of friends here and there starting February of this year. Hopefully, I get my personal training certificate and I can do more with it as far as like online coaching and whatnot. So
nice. Hey, so y'all may need to link up. Cool. Yeah, y'all may need to link up. She where you was, Giselle. She's trying to be a PT. She's been doing it, but just like her friends and stuff. So
yeah. No, yeah, that's so cool. Definitely keep going. Don't give up. Don't give up on it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a lot of things right now. So I'm just like, just training friends on the low for now. And then just hoping to like build up like more clientele when I get my certification.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Love it.
And get them to like hopefully refer people to you too. Yeah.
And you got to see her legs, Giselle. When we get off here, go to her content. Hey, got some crazy strong legs. Her legs are like
really because I've been trying to build my legs too. So I'll look at it.
Hey, her quads. I'm telling you. Hey, and
oh my God,
she's doing 225 pound PRs. She's doing she's killing it.
Oh my God,
good. Yeah. That's so cool.
But you too, Giselle. You too. You got some legs too. So y'all both got some legs. Like that's all I'm gonna say. For
Thank
real,
you.
y'all slaying. I love it. And again, guys, Giselle and Andy, I'll have all their stuff below so you can follow them and just check their profile out, man. They are amazing people, two inspiring personal trainers. Giselle is a personal trainer. Andy is becoming a personal trainer. And so we're going to go right into it, man. Let's talk about the topic. And again, it is over body dysmorphia. I wanted to discuss it and I wanted to bring it to the group, Giselle and Andy, because I feel like when I interviewed you both, y'all both said the same thing. It was like I was interviewing the same people. And that was, it's not something that's talked about a lot. You know what I'm saying? Body dysmorphia is hidden. People don't want to really talk about it. But when, they're not happy with themselves when they get out the shower, they're looking at the mirror or they're trying to avoid the mirror. I've had people on it who I've done interviews with where they're like, man, I don't even want to see the mirror. I just feel disgusted with myself. I had some people personally that I know, like family members who have told me that. And they've just been like, I struggle with it. And I didn't even know. A lot of times you don't even know they struggle with it. Going back to Giselle, you dealing with anorexia. That was something that, again, a form of mental health in which, ties into the same category of body dysmorphia, where you see something that you think is flawed, but it really isn't. But you're just constantly telling yourself, yeah, I don't like this. So that's why I really wanted to talk about it, because, a lot of people don't. A lot of people don't want to talk about it. A lot of people don't want to talk about Andy, depression. and anxiety, and how you can struggle with those things, and how those things can lead you into binge eating, like you told me, and how you can just, truly give into those things. So I listened to y'all, and I really wanted to just kind of tie into our group, our Zoom, the message of body dysmorphia and just a bit about it. But I want to specifically go into asking you both questions on it. So I'm going to go back and forth. I'm going to ask, each one of you a question, and then we'll move to the next question, ask Giselle, Andy, Giselle, and we'll just keep bouncing from there. But at any time, as we're having this discussion, it's just like we're in person. Just hop in, jump in. If you have something you want to say, do not hold back. And we can keep it short and simple. You can go, say a full-blown long paragraph, a story, whatever you want. But I just want you guys to be transparent and open up so that people who see this can truly benefit from what y'all say. So with that said, we can get right on into it. Giselle, I know you open up first about with the intro. So Andy, we switching to you. All right, cool. So my first question when it comes to body dysmorphia is, Andy, when did you realize you were dealing with body dysmorphia? Like, when did you realize, I'm not liking what I'm seeing?
I mean, it was going way back to like when I was growing up, to be honest. Like I was telling you during the interview, it was like more so like growing up being bullied. It's just like, I'm just like, okay, what can I do to change it? Like, but being younger, you don't really have that right mentality yet as to like, what can I do to like avoid this? So that's when mine started, and it got worse. I would say probably like a few years ago. I would say like 2018 or 2017. This was like when I went back to the Philippines to visit my family, and they were just like, oh, you're huge, you need to do something about it. And then like I have like certain people that are like, yeah, you need to lose weight, good luck on losing weight, or type of thing, So that's when it like got really bad. And I struggled with it. Like I continued to like just binge eat, and I'm just like, since what I told you, like since I was diagnosed with pre-diabetic, I was just like, I need to do something, especially I have 2 little ones. So now it's just like, I need to start, because if I won't start now, then I will like, just, how can I put it, like, I'm just prolonging it. And when can I truly like tell myself that I've overcome that body dysmorphia? Because till now, even if I lost a huge amount of weight, I'm still like low-key suffering from it in a way. Like I'm still not used to like,
I've heard
like
that
how I look now. So it's still there. Like it's not something that you can easily get rid of, despite of like seeing huge changes in your body. So
which, and to me, that speaks even more to the mental aspect of it.
Yeah. Like other people can tell me like, why? No, there's no way you can have body dysmorphia. You look great. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like me personally going through all those things, it's like sometimes like it goes through everybody. It's easier said than done to get rid of certain things in your life, especially like past trauma, which is linked into it. So
man, before I ask any questions, any comments, Giselle, anything that you want to say to it, or any questions you may have?
Well, I definitely agree with what she said about how like trauma can be linked to it. So that makes it a lot harder for most people, because generally most people don't even look into healing their traumas, if we're gonna be real. So when you don't even bother to heal that, and then on top of that you have like body dysmorphia and stuff like that, even I think what she's saying too, like even if you are working out and stuff, like you have to get to the real root of the problem to like really like fix it, you know what I mean? But if not, then it's just it's always a battle. So I definitely agree with what she said.
Man, I love that. Like, I love what you just said, and you too, Andy. And that was getting back to the root of the problem. You talked about, Andy, that it went back from bullying. You know what I'm saying? Then it got worse when you went to the Philippines, and your family members or friends or old people are telling you, what happened to you? Like, what kind of greeting? I'm surprised you ain't fight nobody. I would have probably fought everybody that was down there.
I would have told my family members off.
Like, Giselle, you better pray, Giselle. You better don't. like, but like, yeah, like,
I mean, some of them got cut off expeditiously, but
ooh, the audio's chopping up a little bit.
Yeah, it froze again.
You said some of them got cut off, and that's what
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, that's what I was just saying. Like, just cut them off. Like, you know, that's the only way to do it.
Facts. No, you're right. And it goes back to that support group. You know, why have people around you if they're just going to make it worse? If they're just going to make, you know, your body dysmorphia, or if they're just going to make your life more miserable, why be around them? And I don't know what it is, but I'm not sure if y'all have noticed this, but sometimes it seems like people feel like they have to be around negative people. Like they feel like it seems like sometimes people feel like they have to, maybe it's because they want to fit in, or maybe it's because they want to be accepted, but they take it. They take it. Yeah. Like
what it is that right now we live in a toxic community in which we actually tend to surround ourselves, like you said, like you want to fit in. It's just mainly going back. It's like, it's all social media. Everybody wants to be like everybody else without, like, you know, just forgetting who you really are, you know? And I guess that's where it comes down to, like, that's why certain people suffer depression is because
wait, Andy, it's chopping up again.
Tend to compare themselves to certain
it's getting real choppy.
As far as, like, you know, they want to surround themselves with people that are already their way there. You know what I mean? Where did I cut off?
Yeah, it kind of got a little choppy again. I just wanted to make sure we capture what you said.
You guys hear me?
Yeah, you're good now, I think.
Wait, where did I cut off? Where did I cut off?
I kind of heard, I think the last thing I heard was when you were saying that it kind of goes back to social media and how it can be toxic.
Yeah, because like everybody wants to be like everybody else without even knowing like certain people's background. Like if you would look at my content, you would think like I don't suffer depression, or you would think that I don't have body dysmorphia.
Oh, it's doing it again, Andy. Because I don't want to miss what you're saying.
What I mean, like people go.
Yeah, it's cutting out. It's cutting out really bad.
Off of other people's content in a way where
I hate it because what she's saying sounds so good. Like I hate that it's doing themselves. Damn.
And it brings them a negative environment. What's wrong with my signal? I think it's mine.
Say it again.
All right, can you hear me, guys?
Yeah, we can hear you now. I'm not sure if the video being on maybe makes the audio worse.
I know, because like the video, like when my video was off, the signal was clear. Let me turn it off.
Yeah, it may be that. Dang, man. But come on, you need to show that beautiful face. People need to see your face.
You guys hear me better?
Yeah, we can hear you. Yep.
Yeah, it sounds a little better, yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. So can you start back from the social media? I'm sorry. It may be delayed.
No, you're good. No, so basically what I was saying is like, so
man, so it must
media is like a huge factor nowadays, to which like people tend to just compare themselves with others, like, oh wow, their progress is quicker than mine. But like during our interview we were saying like maybe some people's metabolism is faster, So it's like social media has become an addition. We're just like a generation of like happy pictures, but in reality it's just like different. You know what I mean? So, like, you can post where he says like you have like these females posting, or like people in general like posting like how they went on vacation and then repost it months later, like thinking that they're still on that trend. It's just because people tend so much to try to fit in with how society is nowadays, and they tend to neglect like how their mental health, and they try so hard to become other people, or sometimes you need to take a few steps back for you to get there, you know. Social media just takes a whole toll on everybody's lives, like the toxic community, the toxic culture, body shaming and everything. So
facts. Yeah, if you're not using social media, if you're not digging for the right stuff in social media, and even if you are, you can come across so many crazy things, you know, so many crazy toxic things that can cause you to fall into, like you said, body dysmorphia, or, you know, anorexia or depression of any sort, you know, even with just cyberbullying. Have you seen that, Giselle? Would you say you share that same perspective with the negativity?
With like myself, or just like on other people's like accounts?
Like in general.
Yeah,
in
the
general?
negativity.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It's like how Andrea said, like it's so toxic. Like the moment you put yourself out there, like you're pretty much just like gotta get ready for all the negative stuff to come at you. But like essentially the way I see it is like, you know, miserable people want to bring people down with them, because misery loves company. You know, that it's cliche, but it's so true, you know. So it's obviously like how she said, it's easier said than done, but like you got to try your best to like not pay attention to those people, because those people probably have their own insecurities. They probably have body dysmorphia themselves, and they project that onto other people who they see are confident, or at least like in the process of like leveling up or building themselves or like bettering themselves in any way, shape, or form. That's when people want to bring you down the most. You know what I mean? So yeah, but you see it all the time. It's crazy, but social media definitely does play a part in body dysmorphia, and I've actually seen like even on TikTok too, like just random content creators, like who are on TikTok, like some of them have come out and spoke about like before they were so confident, and then once they started like making videos and like basically going viral and getting like famous and stuff, that's when they started like dealing with body dysmorphia and all these other things, or like getting anxiety or stuff like that because of people in the comment. You know? So it's crazy. It's crazy.
That right there. And Giselle, I want to ask you this too, because your content, you know, it like shot up. I remember like it was like a moment where it just like shot completely up. Did you start to experience a lot more like negative comments when that happened, or was it still just very positive, or was it a mixture of both?
Thankfully, most were positive. Like probably like 99%. There's probably like that 1% where it's like here and there.
Yeah.
But thankfully, no. It was just mostly like positive stuff, you know, like. But yeah, here and there I get those little things. But like, I think we talked about this in the previous interview. But I was telling Trey the other time, like most of the time when it's a negative comment, like it's so stupid. Like it's like most of the time it's just like stupid. It's not even like, you know, they don't even make sense most of the time.
Yeah.
But
I mean, people talk of their, you know, people just talk just to talk.
Exactly. They just talk just to talk. Like, yeah, it's just so annoying.
Yeah.
It's so annoying. It's like people just, I don't know.
They just want to hear themselves. I guess they just, in some sense, like you said, they want to bring other people down because it's a reflection of what they're going through. They just don't want to deal. They don't want to deal with it.
Yeah, exactly.
So
exactly. They just the fact that someone else is like doing better, or I don't know, just in their eyes is like superior to them or something. Like, you know, it's just a whole lot of like their own personal issues that they haven't worked on.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
So yeah. Giselle, for you, was it also the same in terms of, I guess you're dealing with body dysmorphia, or when did you realize, or have you struggled with body dysmorphia? I don't know if I asked you that.
Well, of course, when I was anorexic, definitely, yes.
Right. Okay.
Definitely during
Yeah.
that time.
Mm-hmm.
Andrea, if you don't know, but when I was 13, like from 13 to like almost 15, I was anorexic. And that's when I first started my fitness journey. So as soon as I started, like I basically had an obstacle, which was like anorexia right then and there. And it took me a while to realize it too. I was so like in denial. I didn't really realize it. I wasn't doing it on purpose for a while. But yeah, during that time I for sure had body dysmorphia. Definitely. But as I overcame anorexia though, I can say that I don't really deal with it that much. I don't really deal with it that much. But again, like it varies from different people. Like I personally have never been bullied, so I don't know what that feels like. I don't know what that's like. I actually have a friend who has been bullied like since middle school. Like she was really bullied and stuff. So I know like that most of the time takes a huge toll on people.
Yeah.
So I can't, obviously, like I said, that's just my story, my perspective, but everyone's else is different, So I think because I have never been bullied like that, it was kind of easier for me to kind of like get out of it, But of course, like, yeah, I can say the same thing though with family members though. Yeah, family members will always have something to say.
Right.
They always have something to say. So that I can say I do relate to. Family member thing, yeah. Like they'll always say something. And it's like, again, and most of the time it's just dumb stuff. It's like,
they could be the biggest bullies.
For sure, yeah.
They could be the biggest bullies. Like, know, you could deal with strangers. They don't really know you. But for people,
exactly.
People you got to be around. You see them at family events. It's like, here they go.
Like Christmas time, you're like,
you can't fix a plate. You can't fix a plate of food without them saying something. It's like, oh my god, can I eat?
Oh, that's true. Yeah, because it's about holidays, eating. Yeah.
Oh, here she goes.
Like, oh, I thought you're on a diet. Like,
right.
Like, damn.
Can I eat? Can I eat? Like it's like dang. Like they can be some of the most biggest bullies. But again, it goes back to not caring about what people think. I stress that so often. Even to the point of your family members, you just can't care, because if you do, you just be living a life catering to everybody's thoughts.
Exactly.
Let me ask you, and I know this personally for you both, generically because I interviewed you both, but just for you two to know each other's background a bit better. Giselle, actually, I'll go back to you, Andy. How back to you? What fueled? I would say, in some sense, what fueled your body dysmorphia or made it worse? Because you said it got worse and worse. And I know you stated that you were in the Philippines, or going back to the Philippines and seeing everybody and things of that nature, them telling you that you got bigger. Would you say that it was that specifically, like that, just the aspect of the negative words, the people you were around, was that what was fueling it and making it worse?
I mean, I would say like one thing, like in addition to it, was like my ex's friends. They were like, oh yeah, dog, like your girl's getting big. Like, you know what I mean? So that alone is just like, yo, like seriously. And so then just like dealing with all that stuff it like triggered like the body dysmorphia, like damn, like this is bad. And also like, again, like, because before I started my weight loss journey, I would like tend to like compare, like, again, social media tends to play a huge role, especially in relationships, when you see like your partner like just scrolling through their timeline and just liking females pictures like with bikinis and all that stuff, and you're there like, damn, I can't even wear that stuff, you know what I mean? So that's like one thing, but this was in the past. Those are like most things. Or like a constant person telling you like, well, if you don't feel comfortable about yourself, then you need to do something about it. Or like, you're just insecure, like calling me insecure and all that. So those are like the main things that made my body dysmorphia worse. like compared to like, okay, I've been getting like a good amount of like people like, oh, you're doing great, keep up at what you're doing. But these are random people.
Yeah.
But the people that are the closest to you tend to be the ones that like bring you down. And like I said, like till you cut them off, that's when you start seeing your life progress. So till I cut those certain people off, I'm just like trying to like close out all the negativity, and I tend to like just focus on being consistent and just having tunnel vision.
That phrase, tunnel vision, man. Hey, that's how I may get that as a tattoo somewhere. Like that's that right there. Like I love it because she said that last time on the interview, and I just love that phrase. And that Giselle, her definition of that, from what I remember, was just pretty much focusing on yourself, so that you can get better. You know, but having tunnel vision, ignoring everybody else. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That I appreciate you opening up that much, Andy. I didn't know this aspect of it. But that was you being in a relationship, and a toxic relationship at that. And I'm sure we all can speak to some degree on that. But having a guy, shaming you, body shaming you, and, you know, scrolling on his timeline, liking every other chick's bikinis and all.
And like commenting at that, like telling them like, the worst part, I'm not trying to share too much, but like one of the parts that like got me was like, this person commented, I'd smash. And I'm just like, wait, what? Like, you're in a relationship, bro. Like, so that's what like triggered like my body dysmorphia more, to like a point where, oh no, you're just insecure, I was just playing around. No. Like that's not something that like you say, even though you don't know these people. You know what I mean? And the excuse was, well, they're not here, they're in a different state. And I'm just like, hello, I'm in a different state, bro. Like, this is a long distance right now. So like there's no excuse to it. So
exactly.
But you know, things happen, but sometimes some people are just there for a season, and then they're there for a lesson. And you just got to keep it moving and move on to your next season. Because it's like, if you don't close a chapter of the book, it's like, if you keep rereading the same book that you know the ending, then you're not going to progress in life at all. You know?
I love that you said that. Keep reading the same chapter. That's such a great analogy. I love that.
She be saying some dope phrases, man. I don't be
I love that.
She write poetry. That's what I'm telling you.
I'm like write that down.
That's what I'm saying. I be like, what the heck?
No, that was good. I like that. Totally 100%.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I love it. And again, it's why I'm asking these questions, because I know that a lot of times it goes back to what Giselle said. You have to get to the root of it, the root of the problem, the root of the issue. What was it? Oh, toxic relationship.
Going back to the why. What is your why?
What is your why?
Then your how will follow.
And then your how, that was her phrase too. Knowing your why, and then your how will follow. It'll follow as you discover that why. You know what I'm saying? So, man, hey, we could write a book. We could just like write a whole bunch of stuff out of this. Like, this is dope. Giselle, let me go to you for a minute with your body anorexia, which also was contributed to body dysmorphia. What fueled that? What fueled your anorexia or body dysmorphia, which led into anorexia? What would you say? Was it someone? And again, I've asked you these questions, but was it someone that maybe told you something? Oh, you're looking a certain type of way, or was it just you and you looking in the mirror, seeing something, and just being like, what fueled it and made it worse?
Well, like I said, it was like unintentional, like becoming anorexic. I wasn't trying to do that. So, and like I said, another thing, like I have never been bullied like that either. So I was never bullied or anything. I think the most like was sometimes family members would say stuff, but even then it was just like sometimes, it wasn't like all the time. So I would say for the most part, it was probably just myself.
Just yourself.
But it was like, again, it's like I had like an insecurity I never knew that I had, in a way. Because I remember during that time, because I was like during 7th grade, but during that time, or at least before that time, I was pretty confident in myself. But like, if I'm being honest, like I don't know. Like it was just kind of like an avalanche that just came out of nowhere. So I can't really say for sure like if it was a person or something other than myself.
Yeah.
All I can say is like myself, like I don't know, it was just something I never realized that I had.